Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Bouncing Back with Brighton. In today's episode, we face our nemesis, Olympic Lyon, who beat us in last season's Europa League final, and we face them in the first knockout round of the Champions League. There's been absolutely zero games to talk about since the last time we met. Obviously, this is the league table. We're currently sitting third, 3 points behind Man United with a game in hand and 1 point behind Liverpool with the same games played. In terms of the Champions League, this is how the first knockout round went. Marseille against Arsenal. All these first legs have already been played. Monaco, Barca, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Red Bull, Leipzig, Milan, us, Olympic Lyon, Benfica, Man City, Real Sociedad, PSG, and Roma and Porto. So I think we had quite a favourable draw, in all honesty. Despite Olympic Lyon having the better of us last season, we are definitely a better team than we were when we faced them then. Just depends whether they have improved as well. They could well have. But if you cast your mind back to the match, actually, I think we had by far the better of them. And unfortunately, we were just unfortunate. That's all. So for this first leg, we are away from home. And I think this is how we're going to go with. Jack Butland will start in goal. Tavares, Wood, Gonçalves, and Neves in the defence. Benny and Aquino in the middle. Sebastian Jaros, Gravenberch, and Doku in the attack and midfield spots. With Rodrigo Marquez leading the line. So Lyon come at us with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Pretty sure this is what they were playing last season and how they managed to beat us. So we're going to have to be very, very careful. We had plenty of opportunities, if I remember rightly. We just couldn't take them. So I need our strikers to be pretty clinical. And hopefully we can get a win today to give us an easy second leg. And it's an early highlight 9 minutes in. And it's Lyon who are currently in possession with Cornet on this left-hand side. Nathan Wood gets in, steps up and takes a fantastic challenge, and we can break with Gravenberch. Aquino got a lot of men over on that left hand side, but Ndombele gets in on Aquino, and now Lyon will break. Traore plays through Aouar, tries to not... Oh my god, I don't know what was happening there, but that was the end of the highlight. Brilliant. Neves to Aquino, back to Neves. It's go on, Tavares. It didn't take two today. It was just the one. His 6th goal of the season from right back, an absolutely phenomenal strike. A great ball in by Abilio Neves from that left hand side. I'm pretty sure the Lyon defence will be a little bit disappointed. I'm pretty sure did they have a couple of attempts to get rid of this. Mendy there passes it straight to Tavares, and Lopez could probably do a little bit better with that shot, but we don't care. And Thomas Tavares puts us 1-0 up. We are actually going to keep an eye on the later scores. Man City versus Benfica. I would like Benfica to get the win there. Obviously, I don't want to face Manchester City if I can avoid it. But yeah, we'll keep an eye. And the rest of the first half just completely flies over, which is fine by me as we approach half time. 1-0 up. No changes required. Let's get them back out there. 56 minutes gone, and there is another highlight. Benty finds Jaros. Aquino goes for the strike. Lopez with a decent save. I think it was going wide anyway, but he made sure. 20 minutes to go. I was looking to make some substitutions there, but we'll see how this highlight fares for us before we do just that. Aquino back to Gonçalves. Come on, lads. Can you build something up? 1-0 is a decent scoreline for us, obviously, being away from home. But it's by no means comfortable as Rodrigo Marquez. He's absolutely clinical on them first-time strikes. He loves them. He cannot get enough of them. And that's his 17th goal of the season and an assist for Sebastian Jaros. But 1-0 probably would have been a bit nervy going into the second leg, but at 2-0 now, we are looking far more comfortable, and I am going to drop back to a balanced approach just to hopefully keep our boys from bombing forward and potentially costing us a goal. We will look to make some changes, though. Gonzalo Ramos can come on for Gravenberch. Mesquita, we'll keep him off the pitch for now. We'll get Mbalo on for Sebastian Jaros, and we'll save our last sub just in case it is required. With 5 minutes to go, we will make our final sub of the game. We'll get Jeremy Doku off for Roberto Alvarado. And we'll see how this highlight plays out with 3 minutes to go. Some decent play by us in the defence to keep hold of possession. And the ball is finally released to Doku on this left-hand side, who is coming off. But Mbalo, who's just come on, gets his 6th goal of the season. A great assist by Jeremy Doku. That puts us 3-0 up away from home. 3 away goals is absolutely magnificent. I can't see us slipping up now. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but at 3-0, I think we've got a better side than Lyon. The fact that they won the Europa League is a disgrace, so hopefully we'll make amends today. Final highlight of the game, it is a free kick for Lyon. The man just played it into the box. A goal there might have given them a little bit of a lifeline, but it looks like the game is going to end there. Abilio Neves giving away a free kick. Oh, ref, just blow the full-time whistle. You're 30 seconds over now, please. There we are. Full-time, Brighton 3, Olympic Lyon 0. We take that, and I'll see you at the second leg. So there has been a few fixtures in between the two legs against Lyon, the first of which was a 2-0 victory against Manchester United in the FA Cup 5th round. Diego Aquino and Jose Mesquita getting the goals in extra time. We did play a fully rotated squad, so we did incredibly well even to get to extra time. And then to pinch the win after we subbed on some of our bigger stars was absolutely ideal. Next up was a routine 2-0 home win against Bristol City. I believe they were in 19th position at the time of playing. Thomas Tavares and Jeremy Doku with the goals. Next up was another home win, this time against Preston, who were bottom of the league when we played them 3-0. Diego Aquino, Carlos Julio and Rodrigo Marquez getting the goals all in the second half after Preston had went down to 10 men 30 minutes in. And finally was an absolutely crushing defeat to the hands of Liverpool away from home. Maria, Van Dijk and Mohamed Salah getting the goals for them absolutely demolished us. We weren't in this game even slightly. And this is how the Premier League table looks after them run of fixtures. We currently sit in 4th position. We are 7 points off top of the table. Man United with 2 games in hand. We are 3 points off Liverpool and 2 points off Man City with a game in hand. So we could go second theoretically quite easily. But with that defeat to Liverpool, that kind of says to me maybe the Premier League title isn't for us this season. We are, of course, going to still go for it. Of course we are. But I wouldn't be surprised if top 4 is what we are aiming for. Arsenal are not too far behind either. They were only a point behind us in 5th position, although they have played a game extra. So despite being 3-0 up, we are going to still play quite a strong side. This is how we're going to line up. Butland in goal, Tavares, Gonçalves, Badiashile and Carlos Julio in the defence. Bentieb and Aquino in the centre. Sebastian Yaros, Gravenberch, Roberto Alvarado in the attack midfield roles, with Rodrigo Marquez leading the line. Looks like a pretty similar lineup for Lyon as the first leg. Maybe a couple of changes in personnel, but no change in system. Let's get the kick-off. Being 3-0 up from the first leg, left me feeling maybe I should have rotated the side pretty fully, but it's just too risky. You know, Lyon did beat us in the Europa League final, so they do have the personnel to actually defeat us. And if we were to play a weakened side, despite being 3-0 up, it could quite easily come back to bite us. As we get an early highlight here, Yaros plays the free kick in. Alvarado gets on the end of it, but it's blocked by Lyon. Badiashile's in the box. You just wish it was anybody else, don't you? You don't want Badiashile, your centre-half, having that sort of opportunity. 8 minutes in now, and there is another highlight. It's Cornet plays the ball through to Fekir, and he gets a very early goal for Lyon to give them some glimmer of hope. 3-1 in aggregate, 1-0 on the night. I don't want to watch this replay because it's annoying me. But I don't like that. I really don't. Highlight now. Gravenberch with a free kick. Lopez gets it. That was... I would rather not have saw that, to be honest. Another highlight. Another free kick. Yaros plays it in. Alvarado gets on it this time and makes it 1-1 on the night and 4-1 on aggregate. That makes me feel a lot more comfortable. Still got the 3-goal advantage. They still need 3 goals. So three goals up. That's what we are. Highlight straight from kickoff though. Lyon get the ball down to the byline, cross it in. Jack Butland claims. The highlight continues though. Rodrigo Marquez nods down a Carlos Julio punt to Sebastian Yaros. The ball finds its way to Thomas Tavares on his right hand side. Can he get the ball in? He can. Alvarado's back post. You would have... Alvarado, man. You've just scored a header. You've got the practice. That should be in the back of the net. Another highlight now. Gravenberch with a free kick again. Lopez keeps it out, but Badiashile gets his 5th goal of the season, just as we were criticising his finishing ability. But he's managed to pull it off this time and puts us 2-1 up on the night. 5-1 in aggregate, and things are looking a lot more comfortable now. Another highlight just before half-time. Gravenberch with a 3rd free kick. Well, maybe the 4th time might work. And there we are, 2-1 at half-time. Man City are 1-0 up against Benfica. I think it was 0-0 in the first leg as well. So if Benfica were to equalise, they would actually knock Man City out, which would be absolutely lovely. We will keep an eye on their latest score. Yeah, it is Diogo Jota getting the goal for Man City. Hopefully, Benfica can come back. Highlight now. Alvarado with the corner. Plays it in, and Bentieb gets on the end of it after, I think it was Thiago Maia for Lyon, had nodded it down straight into his path. And it's becoming a little bit more comfortable now. A 3-1, 6-1 on aggregate. We could maybe start enjoying our football a little bit more. And with that in mind, we can afford to make some changes. Bentiab has played pretty much every game for me, so he can have a little bit of a rest for this second half. Thomas Tavares is going to stay on, who I would like to get Mesquita on for Rodrigo Marquez, get him some game time. I should have probably brought on Darius Courtney there. He doesn't get enough game time after we signed him in January, but we'll just have to deal with what we've got. Another highlight now with 22 minutes to go, and it's us on the attack. No, it's not. Get absolutely owned Alvarado. That was a great challenge as Cornet comes in from the left-hand side for them. Feeds in Aouar in the box. What a finish that was. Jack Butland could do nothing about that. Aouar's 11th goal of the season for Lyon. It was a decent break. Alvarado giving the ball away just inside their half. And Aouar, this is a really, really tight angle. And Butland just about gets beat. Another highlight now with 10 minutes to go. We have the ball on the left-hand side. Marco Burlat's got it on the edge, takes a strike, hits the bar. We will look to make our final sub now. Gravenberch can come off for Gonzalo Ramos. That's pretty much a staple substitution for me. Gravenberch is always the one that's struggling the most out of the first 11. As there is another highlight, and it might be another Lyon attack with Ndombele on the edge. Is he going to go for the strike? He finds Cornet free in the box. That's 3-3. That is 6-3 on aggregate. We're going to go cautious. It's highly unlikely they're going to score another 3 goals. But yeah, I've seen worse happen. Another highlight now with 1 minute to go. It's Aouar on the attack again for Lyon. We managed to get the block in. Can we get the second ball? We can't. Oh my God, Gonçalves. That's a free kick. Thank God for that. Ref, tell them to stop having highlights. Just blow the full-time whistle. I've had enough of this game. Mendy comes down the left-hand side. We managed to get the block in. Gonçalves. Nothing stupid now. Please don't give the ball away. Badia Shale manages to find its way to Aquino, who finds Mesquita in behind. That's like incredibly tight angle. It's going to be a penalty. Oh my dears. Jovanovic. That is a little bit poor, my friend. And that means Brighton are 4, Olympic Lyon are 3, and we are going through to the next round. I feel a little bit sorry for him. I thought we would maybe win a penalty here with Thiago Maia slightly tripping Mesquita, but Jovanovic does an excellent finish. 4-3. Another highlight, another Fekir free kick goes just wide, and surely, oh, actually it was a Butland save. Pretty good save as well. Surely now, blow the full-time whistle, ref. Hits the bar again, and that's a goal kick. However, ref, we don't need to say this. And there we are, Brighton 4, Lyon 3, 7-3 on aggregate. We made a meal of that a little bit, conceding 3 goals at home, but ultimately it was a very, very good win as Man City do end up going through against Benfica. So all the first legs have been done now. Arsenal, Barcelona, Liverpool, Red Bull Leipzig, ourselves, Man City, PSG and Roma go through to the next round. I'm not sure who I actually fancy out of them. They're pretty much all good teams. Maybe, just maybe, it might be Roma, just based on pure speculation on whether they're actually any good or not. So the draw for the next round of the Champions League is tomorrow in game, so I will get to that point and we will see who we face. I think, having a look at it again, I think Arsenal, we wouldn't mind having. Red Bull Leipzig or Roma, I think, are the best teams for us. So we'll click on automatic draw and we will see who we end up getting. I want to avoid Liverpool at all costs if possible. There's one of our outs gone. Barcelona will get Roma. Can we get Arsenal? We can get Arsenal, and there we are. So we will face Arsenal in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We will play them away from home in the first leg, which is ideal. And of course, that will be the next episode. The rest of the qualifying round, Liverpool, Red Bull, Leipzig, I would have preferred if that was Liverpool, Man City. But PSG, Man City is pretty big. One of the big teams getting knocked out there. But I'm relatively happy with Arsenal. That might see our way potentially into a Champions League semi-final. So that will be, of course, the next episode. We actually end up playing Arsenal 5 games, 3 times in 5 games, which is a little bit crazy. But yeah, that will be the next episode, early April, a couple of games to go in between. So I will see you then. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. And if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.